Sometimes the hardest part of faith is not trusting God with the past, and it's not even trusting God with today. It's trusting Him with the things we cannot see yet, the future, the unknown, the unanswered questions, the situations we cannot control, the worries that quietly follow us throughout the day. But before we begin, I want you to remember something. Wherever tomorrow takes you, God is already there. Before the answer comes, He is already there. Before the healing comes, He is already there. Before the breakthrough, He is already there. Before the next chapter, He is already there. So for the next little while, let these prayers remind your heart that you never walk alone. Let's begin. As a new day begins, these first prayers are reminders that God is already ahead of you, already working, already guiding, already making a way. And because of that, you can walk into this day with peace. Dear God, as this new day begins, help me remember that nothing I face today will surprise you. You are already there, already working, already making a way. So instead of starting this day with worry, I choose to start it with trust. Amen. Dear God, before I begin making plans, before I begin carrying worries, help me remember that you are already holding today. Help me walk through this day with confidence instead of fear. Amen. Dear God, thank you for another chance, another sunrise, another beginning. Help me not waste today worrying about tomorrow. Help me live fully in the blessings you have given me right now. Amen. Dear God, some mornings my mind starts running before my feet even touch the floor. Slow my thoughts, steady my heart, and remind me that you are bigger than every fear I carry. Amen. Dear God, thank you for walking with me through every season. The easy ones, the difficult ones, the ones I understood, and the ones I never did. Help me trust you again today. Amen. Dear God, today I release the need to control everything. You see what I cannot see. You know what I do not know. Help me trust your wisdom more than my worry. Amen. Dear God, no matter what happens today, help me remember one thing. I am not alone. You are with me. You are for me, and you will never leave me. Amen. The morning slowly begins to pass. The sun rises a little higher. The day becomes busier. The responsibilities grow louder. The errands, the conversations, the unexpected moments. And sometimes this is when our minds begin racing again. We start carrying things God never asked us to carry. We start worrying about things that haven't happened. We start feeling overwhelmed by things we cannot control. So before we move any further into the day, let's pause together again. These next prayers are for overwhelmed hearts, tired minds, and anyone doing their best to keep going today. Wherever you find yourself right now, God is still with you, and He is still holding everything together. Dear God, the middle of the day can feel heavy sometimes. There is still so much left to do. So many things competing for my attention. So many worries trying to pull at my heart. Help me slow down. Help me remember that I do not have to carry everything perfectly. You are still with me, and you are still enough. Amen. Dear God, some days my mind becomes louder as the day goes on. I replay conversations. I worry about tomorrow. I imagine problems that have not even happened yet. Help me stay present. Help me stay grounded. Help me trust you with things I cannot control. Amen. Dear God, thank you for carrying me through this day so far, even when I did not notice, even when I felt stressed, even when I felt tired. You were still there. Help me remember your faithfulness through the rest of this day. Amen. Dear God, I release the pressure to do everything perfectly. I release the need to fix every problem. I release the burden of carrying things that belong in your hands. Help me walk through the rest of this day with peace. Amen. Dear God, sometimes I get discouraged when life doesn't move as quickly as I hoped. I want answers. I want progress. I want clarity. but help me remember that growth often happens quietly, even when I cannot see it, even when I cannot feel it. You are still working. Amen. Dear God, help me not borrow trouble from tomorrow. Help me not carry worries that do not belong to today. Help me focus on this moment, this breath, this blessing, this day you have given me. And remind me that you are already holding tomorrow. Amen. Dear God, as this afternoon continues, help me walk forward with peace, not because everything is perfect, not because every problem is solved, but because you are with me, and that changes everything. Help me finish this day trusting you. Amen. The afternoon slowly begins to fade. The sun settles lower in the sky. The day may not have gone exactly as planned. Some things were accomplished. Some things will have to wait until tomorrow, and that's okay. You do not have to finish everything today. You do not have to solve everything tonight. As the evening settles in, let's release the pressure. Let's release the expectations. And let's remember that God is still holding what we cannot. These next reminders are for slowing down, letting go, and finding peace before the night begins. If today didn't go as planned, God is still with you. One difficult day does not define your life. You do not have to be perfect. Tomorrow is a new opportunity. Progress is still progress. Grace still applies today. God is already holding tomorrow. Things you can release tonight. Fear about tomorrow. The pressure to have all the answers. Every mistake from today. Things outside your control. Unrealistic expectations. The need to please everyone. Worries God is already carrying. Read this if your heart feels tired. You are still loved. You are not forgotten. God still has a purpose for you. Healing takes time. Rest is necessary. Peace is still possible. Better days are still ahead. Things God already knows. The worries you haven't spoken out loud. The tears nobody saw. The battles you are fighting quietly. The fears keeping you awake. The answers you are searching for. The healing you need. The future you are worried about. If your thoughts feel loud tonight, pause for a moment. You do not have to solve everything tonight. Your mind deserves rest too. God is already in tomorrow. You are safe right now. Peace can still find you here. You are going to be okay. Before this day ends, be proud that you kept going. Give yourself grace. Celebrate small victories. Release today's disappointments. Let tomorrow stay in tomorrow. Trust God with what remains unfinished. Rest knowing He is still working. Remember this tonight. God is already there. You are not walking alone. Your story is not over. Your prayers are not wasted. Your struggles are not unseen. Hope still has a place here. Tomorrow still belongs to God. The sun has nearly disappeared now. The day is finally growing quiet. The lists can wait. The unfinished tasks can wait. The worries can wait. And before we close our eyes tonight, let's place everything into God's hands. These next prayers are for slowing anxious thoughts, releasing burdens, and resting in the peace of God's presence. These prayers are for surrender, for trust, for releasing what was never yours to carry, and for remembering that even while you sleep, God is still working. Dear God, as this night begins, help me leave today's burdens behind. The stress, the disappointments, the things I could not fix, the things I could not control. I place them into your hands tonight. Help me stop carrying what was never mine to carry, and remind me that while I rest, you are still working. Amen. Dear God, thank you for carrying me through this day. Even when I felt overwhelmed, you were there. Even when I felt discouraged, you were there. Even when I struggled, you were there. Tonight, I choose gratitude over fear, trust over worry, and peace over pressure. Amen. Dear God, my mind is tired tonight. I've worried about things I cannot control. I've carried fears I cannot solve. I've replayed situations that have already passed. Help me let those thoughts go. Help me rest in your peace, and help me remember you are already holding tomorrow. Amen. Dear God, tonight I release the pressure to have everything figured out, the questions, the uncertainty, the things I cannot see yet. Help me trust that you are already there, already preparing a way, already working behind the scenes, and already holding what I cannot. Amen. Dear God, thank you for every blessing I noticed today and every blessing I missed. Thank you for every answered prayer and every prayer you are still working on. Help me end this day with gratitude, not because life is perfect, but because you are faithful. Amen. Dear God, some things are still unfinished. Some questions are still unanswered. Some prayers are still waiting. But tonight, I choose faith over fear because I know you are still working, even when I cannot see it. Amen. Dear God, as this day comes to an end, I place everything into your hands. Every worry, every burden, every fear, every unanswered question. And I trust that while I sleep, you are still holding me, still guiding me, and still making a way. Amen. The night grows quieter now. The lights are off. The world is sleeping. But sometimes our minds are still awake. Sometimes our thoughts become louder after midnight. Sometimes worry shows up when everything else grows quiet. So if you are still here, these next prayers are especially for you. These prayers are for overthinkers, for tired hearts, for lonely moments, and for anyone awake tonight needing comfort. Dear God, it's late, and somehow my mind is still awake. The world feels quiet, but my thoughts feel loud. So tonight, help me stop carrying things I cannot change. Help me stop worrying about things I cannot control. And help me rest in knowing that you are already there, already holding tomorrow, already making a way. Amen. Dear God, some nights I don't know exactly what I'm feeling, just tired, emotionally tired, mentally tired, spiritually tired. Thank you for understanding the things I struggle to put into words. And thank you for staying close, even on nights like this. Amen. Dear God, I don't want to spend another night replaying every fear, every mistake, every what if, every worst case scenario. Help me let those thoughts go and replace them with the peace that comes from knowing you are still in control. Amen. Dear God, thank you for staying with me through every season. The good seasons, the difficult seasons, the seasons that made sense, and the seasons that didn't. You have been faithful before, and you will be faithful again. Amen. Dear God, even though I cannot see what tomorrow holds, you can. Even though I do not know how everything will work out, you do. Help me rest in that truth tonight and trust that you are already there. Amen. Dear God, tonight, help my heart grow quieter. Help my fears grow smaller. Help my thoughts slow down. And help me remember that I am safe in your hands. Amen. Dear God, as this quiet moment comes to an end, I place every burden into your hands, every fear, every worry, every unanswered question. And I trust that while I sleep, you are still holding me, still guiding me, and still making a way. Amen. As we come to the end of our peaceful walk together, I want to remind you of one final truth. God is already there. Whatever tomorrow holds, God is already there. Whatever answer you are waiting for. God is already there. Whatever healing you are praying for, God is already there. And whatever burden you are carrying tonight, you do not carry it alone. So let your shoulders relax, let your thoughts grow quiet, and let your heart finally rest. Sleep peacefully tonight, and remember, God is already there.